Last winter on 60 Minutes, we broadcast a report on the San Diego Chargers football team and how in the depths of a number of losing seasons, the team sought psychiatric help. Well, it seems that professional sport will go to any length to win, even baseball, which is at least psychologically our national pastime. Take, for example, the Chicago White Sox, the team that last spring the Las Vegas bookmakers gave the least chance of winning the American League pennant, the longest odds possible, 60-1 against. Well, we decided to find out what the White Sox were doing to try to shorten those odds.
Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. Positive thoughts bring me benefits and the advantages I desire.
This is the Chicago White Sox in spring training in Sarasota, Florida. During the day, of course, the White Sox go through all the normal spring motions of a professional baseball team. All the limbering up exercises, the calisthenics, veterans and rookies alike. All the batting practice, pitching, and fielding exercises. All those movements so familiar to all Americans. But every once in a while, you see something strange on the field or in the dugout. A player isolating himself in silent meditation. The first three fingers closed before a man goes to bat. The eyes closed for a moment. These are the tricks and triggers they are using to program themselves, to lower their brain waves and raise their batting averages. Their days and nights are spent under the watchful eye of Richard Hero, director of the course called Silva Mind Control.
You don't need mind control or anything else when you're hot. It's when things aren't going well. That's when you've got to program. That's when you've got to get yourself back up.
He's combination father confessor and soothsayer, as much a fixture in the locker room as the athletic supporters and the liniment.
I've hit 280, 290, 294, but why aren't I a 310 hitter or a 320 hitter? Because I have those slumps, and I know what it is to go through those slumps.
Yeah.
Hero was called in after White Sox pitcher Bart Johnson, in a bad slump last year, took the course. The White Sox management was impressed enough with his comeback to try it out on the team on a volunteer basis. Half the roster signed up.
The idea in mind control, then, is to learn to alter the brain frequency with awareness and with control. Now, altering a brain frequency isn't magic. First of all, you've been able to do it all of your life. When you go to sleep, you alter your brain frequency. Is to do it when you need it. In other words, if you're in a tense situation.
Oh, just give me an example. Apply it to a baseball diamond.
All right, a player, now these guys are professionals, and for the most part, they're trained to function properly. But the problems most of them have related to me have been that, let's say it's a pitcher. He throws a bad ball, or a guy gets a home run, or he hits a man, or it's a wild pitch. He tends to get upset about it, or angry at himself for making the mistake. And that's when it becomes important to get oneself back down to a comfortable, relaxed state of mind so he can function intelligently and properly the way he knows how to do anyway. We're approaching it from the mental dimension, from the subjective dimension, and so we have them pretend or imagine that they're projecting inside of a baseball, inside of a bat. We have them do other things, project inside of leaves, inside of pieces of metal. This develops the imagination and the visualization. If an individual is to program himself, he must be able to vividly visualize pictures in his mind that impresses the brain more effectively. So this is like a mental training exercise to teach them to see vivid pictures in their mind. What I want you to do is take each of the items and, observe it like this, look it over, get the feel of it, and you're going to really get to know the item now, okay? Take the ball and the bat in the same way, hold it out in front of you like that, move it towards your forehead, and touch your forehead with it. Okay? And then after you've all done that, then we'll have the conditioning session. So let me, okay. All right, make sure that everyone has checked out all three items. If something bad happens, if you make a bad play, if you don't get a hit, you must program to make a correct play the next time. Otherwise, you'll simply reinforce the bad play, and it'll happen again that way. Always emphasize the success, not the apparent failure. And then you'll build success upon top of success. You'll make a habit of success, and then it becomes automatic and total. Talk to the ball, but make that ball go in that glove. See a magnet behind it. We talked about the magnet in the glove. See the magnet actually drawing the ball in the glove. Objectively, replay the movements you previously made with the ball. Physically repeat every movement. Then bring it closer and closer toward your forehead, then touch your forehead and project yourself inside of the ball. 1, 2, 3. You are now inside the ball, any depth of this dimension you desire. How much light do you sense inside the ball? The intensity and the color. Is the temperature different inside of the ball? Compare it with the temperature of the room. Compare the odor inside of the ball. Is that different than the bat? Whatever your imagination perceives at this dimension, you can use as a point of reference in the future. Ted Williams used to talk about being able to see the seams on the ball as it's approaching them. Now, I'm sure you're aware that ball's coming very rapidly. And from a physics standpoint, that doesn't seem possible. Yet he swore he could see the seams on the ball. Some feel that the superstar has somehow bridged the gap of time. He has somehow eliminated time or slowed time down, so that when he's up there batting, he is actually seeing the ball, physically seeing it slower than the average ball player, and that's why he can hit better. He's got more time. He's got time to watch it come in and to stroke the ball.
But isn't really all of what you're talking about simply what's called concentration?
I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that the superstars have somehow been naturally developed at this total, complete concentration. You know, when Hank Aaron hit his famous home run last year, they had thousands of film clips of him. And I watched those clips, and you could almost see him go to his level. Now, he's not a mind control graduate that I know of, but obviously well developed in terms of concentration. But you'd watch him at the plate, and Dick Allen was the same way at the White Sox last year. They'd get up there like this, and you could almost see them just sort of almost go down to a level with just totally intent on the objective.
Well, here's a tense situation for a pitcher. There's how many out? 1 out, bases loaded.
No, he's definitely programming here for a double play, because, and that's a double play ball. That's a double play ball, home to first. All right, well, that's okay. They stopped the run from getting
1 out. Yeah. So we have 2 out and bases loaded. 2 out now,
bases loaded. Now he's less pressure now. You know, he'll be able to program, but he's handling it well.
Okay, well, there's the situation. Pitcher served up a home run pitch with bases loaded. What's happening to him now? What's he doing to himself?
All right, this is important here because he's a pitcher that's trying to make a ball club, and he knows he made a mistake. Now, it's at this point in time when very often a player will just come apart, and he can't throw anything right. So now it's critical for him to program, get himself back down, relaxed, and compensate for what he's just done. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs.
He's a young fellow trying to make the team.
He's trying to make the team, right. He's got a good chance to make it. Now it's important that he stay calm and handle the situation.
I don't envy him.
No, it's a difficult position to be in. And he's also just learning mind control, so that's something new he's trying to incorporate into his already, his repertoire.
You think that you might be fed up with the...
Oh, he's out of it. He's out of it.
He got himself out.
He handled it. He stayed calm and he handled it. You know, that's important.
Larry. Stay in his face. This course, mind control, seems to a layman to be a bit of Dale Carnegie and a little bit of amateur psychology and a lot of psychic mumbo-jumbo. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. For a lot of these players, it does work. And the mere act of taking the course and becoming a believer seems to have given them that something extra they say you gotta have to be a winner.
See yourself at a celebration, celebrating the winning of the pennant for the Chicago White Sox. See yourself preparing for the World Series to go on and win the World Series. See yourself very happy, very content, a complete and total success.
We don't know whether it helps or not, but one thing's for sure, it couldn't hurt.